Hi, Bill here. Today I'll be reviewing Thunderbirds Are Go Supersize Thunderbird 2 plus Thunderbird 4. It has over 20 actions and sounds. As you can see, interactive sound tech. It's got two figures with it, as you can see. There's the box. Actually pretty big box. The box is big, but it's not. The two figures you get is Virgil and Gordon Tracy, because you get Thunderbird 4 and Thunderbird 2, and you know the characters that go, that fly those machines. What was I going to say? The box is a bit kind of deceiving, because on the pictures we got at the toy fair or whatever it was, it actually looks bigger. It's still a big box. I mean, look, there's the other side of it there. I'll show you the box there. There's the figures there. And it's there. And onto the side you can see open the pod, how the pods work and all that on it. See how the pods work. Accessible cockpit, fold down the wings and press for action there. There's some blurb there. To unlock active sound technology. I don't know if I can focus that. There it is. Place you before drop down. I'll keep it on it for a minute so you can read it. There we go. That's that. There's the back of it, someone playing with it, which I will be shortly. ITV Studios. We can get the uniform. And there's Thunderbird 4. Opening rear airlock. Accessible cockpit. Deep water rescue capsules. You get them as well. And that's just a lot of blurb. On the bottom, break the blooming thing. You get the side views and so on and so forth, and you get all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Apply, it says apply decals, so you must put decals on that, because there it is there. There's a decal application guide. That's what that is. You can see all the numbers over it, and there's where you put the battery in, obviously on the underside of the main vehicle. So that's basically it. I think that's everything. I've showed you all sound the box. It is a big box, but like I said, it is deceptive. Try to focus this thing. Why will this thing not focus? There it is. It is deceptive. You think it's bigger from the look of it on the toy fair. It's actually, I would say it's smaller. Depending on your perceptions of it, it actually works out smaller than what you think it actually is. And the vehicle obviously is going to be fairly big. I think it'll take up most of the room and space inside that box. I'll get it open. So without further ado, talking about getting it open, I'll just go and do that now, and let's see what we've actually got here. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, here's it open. You get the actual machine. You get a little baggie with Thunderbird 4 in it and the two figures. There it is there. When you open it up, you get a little baggie with the chairs, and the little two figurines, and Thunderbird 4, which will open shortly. And of course, the painstakingly, which I showed you on the box, you get the decals. You've got to add all them on. I hate it when you've got to add these on. It just takes time applying them all to the various machines and whatnot. But yeah, you get the decals, or the stickers, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so you have to get the stickers, and it shows you in the box how and where to apply them. Now with mine, actually, the leg seems rather floppy in one of mine. I don't know. I hope hope this isn't a what do you call it, error, a quality control error. I hope it's not a quality control issue, because with mine that leg seems to be flopping down already. So you can let me know when you get yours, or whoever gets theirs, if theirs is doing the same thing, because it seems to be a bit of a quality control issue that the leg just seems to hang down on mine. So that's not very good. Obviously these can go down, and if they go down, I think it's supposed to, I think it's either supposed to deploy the obviously that button there deploys the, you can see the little grabbers there going in and out, can't you, that grab the pod. So that releases the pod. There's a button at the back here, I don't know what it does. Someone wanted to see inside the pod, so there's the inside of the pod there. If you can actually get a good look at it. There. It's not that detailed, but that little ramp goes up slightly and launches Thunderbird 4. There's a button at the back, but it doesn't seem to do that much at the moment. I think you've got to put Thunderbird 4 in it and it might actually do more. But like I said, there's not that much to this. The detailing in it isn't that great. You can see just that ramp inside goes up slightly, and when you press that button in the back when you have Thunderbird 4 in it, will launch it. That's basically what it is. It's got little rolly wheels on it, and that's it. Basically, for that, I'm trying to get the blooming legs to deploy. They're supposed to move the wings down and the legs deploy or something. I don't know how enough I'm doing it. It doesn't seem to want to do it. Or maybe the legs. I think I've got it. I don't know how. I've got to do it manually. I thought it was supposed to be electronic. Oh, I haven't got the batteries in, that's why. I don't know if there are batteries in it. Maybe there's no batteries in it. It doesn't come with batteries. Oh, that's all. I think it doesn't come with batteries. I think you've got to put batteries in it. Give me a minute. Right, here we are. It's 3 AAA batteries you put in it. So we'll pop them in and you'll start the sound effects. Maybe that's what's wrong. You've got to buy them separately. It says it on the box in small writing. So that's another thing that's wrong with it. You don't get batteries with it. You got to buy them separately.
Thunderbirds Are Go.
There we go. Yep. We'll get the sound effects going. Just tighten that.
Thunderbird 2, this is Thunderbird 4.
Let's see what happens. It's not grabbing it. Hold on a minute. Right, here's the little figures that you get with them. I'll get to the other stuff in a minute. Try to focus that in. See, he's detailed, but he doesn't have any painted eyes or anything like that, which is weird. And his legs are welded together, so you can't have separate movement in the articulation in the legs. You just can sit or stand. He's got articulation in the arms, but there's no articulation at the elbow. You just go round and round. But again, there's no actual painted in eyes or features. And it's the same with this one. If I can focus that in, same with this one. You can tell even the head doesn't move. The arms again the same. They're both the same and they're both welded. You just sit and stand, which is a bit of a pest. I thought it would be better. I mean, the actual proper figures will come out, you know, that are more articulated, but it's just a pity, a bit disappointing with these ones. I'm making them stand a funny way there, but you know, it's welded. You can see it's moulded, sorry, not welded, moulded. So it doesn't have separate leg movement. And no painted in face. You can see the features there, but it's got no painted in face. There it has, so no painted in eyes or whatever, so a wee bit disappointing there. Okay, on to Thunderbird 4. Obviously you can make him sit, I think we wanted me to sit it in there, so I'll show him sitting in there, a close up. There he is, Thunderbird 4. Obviously you put the decals on it, it'll look a bit better. At the back you can open the back up. That bottom bit's a bit stiff, so just watch out for that. It looks as if it's going to break. The top one you've got to prise open with a pair of pliers or edge of scissors or something, because it doesn't come up. You just manually open. And of course you've got the, whatever it says in the box about these things. These come out, just bits of plastic, but I think they're called something, recovery pods or whatever it is, or some sort of pods. And there's one at the other side too. Again, throwing it away. They're just bits of plastic. It's just bits of plastic, aren't they? There's supposed to be some sort of recovery pods or something. And that's him in there, see? Again, just can close the lid over. And he's got rolling wheels at the bottom, as you would expect, as it rolls out the big Thunderbird. Okay, that's that. The pod I've shown you. Again, the pod's got 4 wheels, got a big button at the back, which I'll have to show you after. Okay, on to the main tamale. Right. You put the seats in, because there are holes there, and there's a hole there, you just peg there, you just pop them on. They're not that stiff to get on. They can come out. There's a peg right there, it's hard to see in this, I'll try and show it. There's a peg right there, and there's a wee hole, which you can't really see. It's hard to see this, I'll try and do it. There is a wee hole there, next to that peg. There it is. See the hole next to the peg? It's like a screw hole. Okay, first the peg. You get this one, this chair there. It shows you in the bottom of the box anyway. And you put that clip onto that peg. Simple. Like, well, it will be if I can get the damn thing on. There we go. That goes on there. And that bit goes in that screw hole. It just fits in there like that. I think that must, I don't know if that fits in there or not. I don't know. I've probably done that wrong. I don't know where that bit goes, to be honest. There's a kind of peg sticking down from that bit you put in that screw hole. I don't know if it fits into that slot that's next to that chair or not. It makes it kind of sit at an angle if you put it in there. You can take it back out. It's just weird. But there we go. That's basically what that is. So that goes in there. I'll put that aside. I don't know where that blooming well goes. So that's how it is. You might put that peg in that slot. I don't know. I've no idea. It doesn't show it too well in the instructions. But that's that in there, and I'll put Virgil in the cockpit there. Like I said, the seats aren't that tight in there. They're very loose. And there's Virgil in the cockpit. FAB, ready to fly off, well, if it doesn't fall over. Okay, so that's him. You can put the cockpit down, and you can even open the little circle a bit like that, see? Like a kind of tank, turret type thing, you know, the tank thing. I know that in the show that opens to drop Virgil into it. Okay, oh, obviously with this you put the, to activate the sound effects, there's a button up here.
Thunderbirds Are Go.
Only seems to be 2 of them. I don't know how you activate the rest. But I'll pop Thunderbird 2 in there. Well, I'm going to close this.
Thunderbird 4, come in. Over.
See, it just randomly says stuff. I didn't even touch it. It just randomly says stuff as well. Right, I popped Thunderbird 4 into there. Let's see if I can get the damn thing to roll out. Let's see if I press the button at the back, what happens? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I can put it on that thing. I don't know if that is a button. It looks like a button. It does look like a button, doesn't it? Okay, we'll put this on Thunderbird 2. And we'll launch it. Hold on, let's see if we can launch this.
Thunderbird 2, this is Thunderbird 4.
See, the legs are supposed to deploy, but they're not deploying very well. The legs are supposed to deploy, but they don't deploy very well. No, I'm awfully problems with that. So with mine, the legs don't deploy very well. Even though you put them up. You can rotate them. These thrusters, you're supposed to rotate them down. I don't know how, but you're supposed to be able to rotate them down. They are supposed to rotate. If we can get the damn thing to rotate. They are supposed to rotate, you're supposed to rotate them down, the thrusters. But you see with the legs of mine, it won't stand up very well, which isn't very good. So it looks as if there's a lot of quality control issues with this thing. The legs won't stand up.
Thunderbirds Are Go.
But it looks pretty cool anyway, doesn't it? Obviously there's a button at the back you push to deploy the...
Pod disengage.
See? And the pod disengages. Then you have to manually flip that down, I think. You're supposed to push a button at the back to make it go down.
Thunderbird 2, this is Thunderbird 4.
And it launches out like that. But the leg's not staying up, which is weird. And mine anyway. It's a bit of a pain. And it just rolled out onto the table. And it rolls out, as you can see. Yeah, there is some issues with it, obviously. But I mean, as top of that, I do recommend it. I mean, there has been previous, I've obviously missed out on the previous Supersize Thunderbirds, which I would have liked. I don't know if they're going to bring more vehicles like this, because with the previous Supersize one they brought out, the Mole and the Firefly, you could put little figures in. I don't know if they'll do the same with this, obviously because the little pods and they bolt things onto them and they turn into different things in the new show. So I don't know if we're going to bring more. I'd like to see them all. I'd like to see Firefly, but I don't know if they'll bring them out. But obviously if the legs don't stand up in yours and it kind of flops and so on, you have quality control issues with it, I don't really be caring about getting more. You just want a better Supersize Thunderbird 2. But I mean, apart from these things, it's a pretty cool size thing. Now, size comparison, that's him, and there's the little one I've got. That's a little die-cast one I've got, which is Matchbox. This will be Matchbox 1. There's that. So size comparison, you can see the difference in size, and of course there's the one from the terrible movie. That's that small one from that. So you can see the size comparison straight away with these. And of course you get Thunderbird 4s inside them, if I can take them out. That's just a little metal one. And this one. Obviously got Thunderbird 4 as well. We'll just pop the legs out in a minute. Now it says supposed to have a bunch of sound effects, about 20. I haven't heard them all, so there's no little button on them to make it go full from demo or anything like that, so I don't know how you get all the sound effects. I'll try and see if I can do that nozzle thing, because it does say it on the box that you can turn that nozzle down. Hold on. Okay, I've figured something out. I know how you move the nozzles now. I know how this sort of works. Okay, right. You come underneath. You've got these nozzles there, and you push these plastic bits back like that, either side, right? Because you can see that nozzle there is resting against that leg, and that secures the leg from it actually falls in that way, but it secures the leg so it doesn't go back any further. So you push them nozzles in. There's another nozzle there, and there's a nozzle there, and then you just grab the wings and it closes, and pull the wings down, and it closes up. It folds the legs. You pull the wings down to close the legs, and you push the wings up. Try that again, and the legs deploy. And that's a little feature. And then of course you move the nozzles out by manually moving them out. They've got to, there are the nozzles there, and there are the nozzles there. You move these nozzles out manually. It's not making any more sound effects, and the legs doesn't stop the legs folding in on themselves. That's the only problem. But that's how you do it. You do have the problem with the legs kind of wanting to fold in on themselves. There's nothing to secure them, unfortunately, which is a problem. But that's been, I mean, you still get the same sound effects regardless of what you do. I don't know how you get the other sound effects to activate. See, there's the chairs all falling over in there again. Because the chairs don't...
Come in. Over.
See, it just plays away like that. So, I mean, for a grown-up that's wanting this, it's not that impressive. Obviously, the Takara one, the mega expensive Takara one with the hydraulic legs, or the motorised legs that lift up and down and highly detailed inside. Even take the pod sections off and you can see inside the detail of it. That's obviously way better than this is ever going to be. But for a toy, for a kid, to play with, pretty good. It's just a pity with the legs, you know, they're not locked into place. They do collapse and fold in themselves. But that's the nozzles, that's the thing with the chairs inside are obviously not secured that well, so when you're flying it about, they will come out of their housing and roll about. The figures themselves obviously have got moulded legs, so you can't move the legs individually or get any good poses with it. The faces aren't painted, so you know, it's not very good. And you've got this little chair that moves around, and so on and so forth. So I don't really know if there's any other sound effects. I don't think there is. You only seem to get two.
Thunderbirds Are Go.
And of course you get the one with the deploying of the Thunderbird 4. that at least kind of locks the pod
Number
lock.
2, this is Thunderbird 4.
See? You even get the sound effects for that. That just randomly goes off, that Thunderbird 2, Thunderbird 4. It doesn't actually...
Pods engage.
see? And then when you drop it...
Pods disengage. Pods engage.
Pods engage.
Pods disengage.
See? So when you do the pods, you get pods engage and pods disengage. And the sound
Pods
effect...
engage.
See?
Pods disengage.
See, pods disengage. And then I'm just having a seat just now. And then that just rolls out.
Thunderbird 4, come in. Over.
See, then you get that. It's having a wee seat. Thunderbird 2. But you know, that is a quality control issue or design issue. They should have made it so the legs can actually lock when it's actually in that mode. You know, like I think that one's spring loaded, so it just stays, and these ones come down so that they you know, they don't lock, but they're kind of stiff enough so that they won't fold in on themselves. So yeah, you have these little problems, but if you want it, it's £40 out of Toys R Us, and the entertainer will have it in. If you don't, you don't need to get it. You can get the smaller versions when they come out, because the smaller ones are the sizes of this will come out, and that's probably better off for you, and the legs are probably more stable. It's a bit disappointing after the last. I never got the last Supersize one. It's a bit disappointing after the last one that they've made this so shoddy. You know, I was expecting it to be better. Obviously, when you put the decals on it, it'll look better. I showed him inside the sub, didn't I? But you get little bits of plastic coming out the side, and the back doors open and things like that. And hopefully the other craft will come out for it. Small craft will come out for it, and you get a big huge pod. You get a big huge pod, even though I mean that looks like a button at the back, but I can't seem to make it move. It does look like a button, but I can't seem to get the button to move. I don't know what on earth that is. It does look like a giant button, like it would launch, but when you open the door it launches anyway. So that's been, hold on, I'll put this here. That's been Thunderbirds Are Go. I'll put it here. Thunderbirds Are Go. Supersize electronic. Voice activated, not voice activated, I nearly said voice activated there, with sound effects, Thunderbird 2. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video. It'll take ages to upload, and there we go, and that's been that. If you want it, buy it. If you don't, these are obviously made of rubber, so they bend. That's up to you. A wee bit disappointed with it because the legs won't lock into place, and I don't know how you activate the full range of sound effects. It only seems to have very limited at the moment from what I can see. But if you want it, you can have it. Well, you can go out and get it if you want to pay that kind of money, or if you want the smaller versions when they come out, get them, because they'll interact with Tracy Island anyway. Okay, so this has been a video review of that. Okay, of Thunderbird 2 Supersize electronic with sound effects. Okay, bye for now.